Welcome back to Combust Astrology. My name's Liv. Let's go ahead and get into the new moon on the 5th of July at 6:57 p.m. in New York, Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be going over uh, two main parts of this new moon, essentially, and also a little bit of sprinkle of some other stuff. So, right off the bat, I do want to actually talk about the most recent retrograde uh, events, which would be Saturn and Neptune. They went stationary about like the second for a day. And I really think that this coupled with the new moon is not honestly as scary as it might come across to a lot of people. I've had a lot of people ask me about the retrogrades, and I'm just like, well, you know, Saturn's been Saturn's been in Pisces since 2023, and Neptune's been here for like a decade. So a retrograde is not going to feel that scary um, compared to the application of when it is retrograding and what that retrograde's touching, right? And specifically, I think that Pluto opposing Mercury here in the first few days of this week, and also in its little bit of an orb still, is probably much of a important highlight to look about because the Mercury being in Leo here is a little bit like this feels like a Scorpio placement when you have Aquarius and you also have Leo with the way that it's fixed. I really feel like it's just Scorpio because this being so um, people aware, right? And then this being so we need the truth and nothing but the truth. It's like you're bringing two and two together and you're looking for the truth, which I look at that and I say, oh, that's Scorpio. It's like a derivative. Uh, and because of this, I think that's probably something to really keep in mind before the main two things, which would be the Saturn and Neptune, if you want to use a very loose with the Neptune, like the orb, but those kind of trining this is probably the more important thing because when you do look at the Sun, Venus, and Moon here in Cancer, uh, depending on your location, I'm just going to do the chart itself, regardless of the rising. It's very much like together, right? Me, how I feel, and what it is that I value. It's very much together. And this could be a good time to set an intention that is like still realistic to the plot because it's a new moon. And with it being a trine here, I really think that these two planets can help you be like, okay, I feel like the things that I value emotionally are not being taken care of. Or there's a form of realism here that needs to be addressed. So therefore, I'm going to do something about it and investigate what it is that is unfair to me. And then after doing that, I'm going to go ahead and decide over a little bit of time what it is that I probably should do. And then following that, if you feel like you don't know still enough, then it's just a start. It's just a start to be able to see how your interpretations of those dynamics with others are affecting your ability to grow, are affecting your belief in what it is that gives you peace of and being at home, and then also how it affects your ability to create those systems for the future of what it is that you need with the 180 opposition, the 90 degrees to the other two, because the mercurial energy here is teaching you to investigate a little bit more, and the faith aspects of that with Pisces and Saturn as well are asking you about how that applies to yourself. I think that the Mercury in Leo here is just the perfect way of saying, hey, like, I will say it and I'm going to stand on business and nothing's going to stop me about that. So that's pretty much it. The more I do these, the more it just seems very straightforward and you don't have to overcomplicate it. The only application here is depending on where you have your rising sign in your astrological chart That will be how it applies more specifically to you. But I use the moon's location based upon solar fires, new moon, uh, based upon the fact that I'm Eastern Standard Time. But if you want to see what house this lies on, if you were a Scorpio rising, then obviously everything would be shifted over, and this would be in your ninth house in that application. I'm not going to do that. You can pay for a reading if you'd like to do something like that. I could definitely go and look through, but hopefully that helps. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope this lunation either is going to provide you the emotional needs that you are requiring, or if you've gone past this and you're looking back at it, that I hope that you get a sense of reassurance and grounding from whatever it is that has happened. Thank you and take care.